along and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related, and this review has been a long time coming. I ordered this bad boy probably about 3 or 4 months ago. I bought this on AliExpress, and yes, this is the X-Transbots Master X series Andras, and this is the more cartoon accurate color variant, and this took a long time to get here. Like I said, this was on a very slow boat. Really did take quite a long time to get here, but I'm happy now I have this figure and we can do a review on this bad boy. As we always do on this channel, let's start by taking a look at the box, and this is a huge box that it comes in. It's very big, it's very tall, it has beautiful artwork on it. This is kind of, I think this is the actual figure. I don't know if it's a digibash or if this is the actual figure. I can't make my mind up. You tell me down in the comments what you think this is. Is this a product shot that's stylized, or is this a bit of a CGI drawing? But we have Andras there, aka Scourge, with his buddy Fracas there on the front as well. I'm not actually sure what the dude's called in this. He's called Rimfire in this. There's so many jokes in that, so we'll call him Fracas all the way through this, aka Rimfire for this. He's the swarm leader. There is 3 other variants to this that you can buy, so if you want to get the full his Huntsman, the Sweeps, and Scourge, there's actually 4 figures to pick up. This is the 86, this is the swarm leader himself. So this is Scourge, and you can see at the front here we have the X-Transbots Master Series logo. On the bottom we have the 86. On the bottom here we have a future figure that's coming, so that's Autobot X is coming. It says it's made in China. I never scan these codes. I'll have to scan them one day. On the side it says, "He who fears is already extinct." I do like this on the side of these kind of philosophical sayings on the side of X-Transbots figures. It's pretty cool, The top says 86, swarm leader Andras, 86, of course. Nice move there, we know what happened in 86. And then on the back is this awesome artwork. So we have Motormaster there on the back, we have the Berserkers, or the Constructicons. We've got quite a lot of their recent releases. We also have a cup, all kinds of things here. Is there anything here that they haven't released or we haven't seen? Nah, I think we've seen everything there, but nice, beautiful hand-drawn artwork. And then exactly the same as we used to get on the Transformers, we get this tech spec card, and of course, as always, you can get your little red viewfinder from Earthrise and use it against this. And again, it's just got a little bit of ripped from the fabric of time. Andras is the legendary hunter and commander of the unrelenting and brutal trackers known as the Swarm. So awesome. So he's arrogant and sarcastic. All great things to be. So really nice that they get these little bios here on the side. I really wish that they would do this again in the Hasbro ones and like bring a little bit of life back. So lovely, massive box there from X-Transbots. As we do with everything, we get a little card. This is one of the nicer cards, the actual more plastic cards. So we have Fracas and Scourge there on the front, swarm leader, the tech spec here on the back, and then again ripped from the fabric of time, Andras, legendary hunter, and so on and so forth. And this is definitely a digital version of him. And then you get his "He who fears is already extinct." So very nice little card there that won't stand up at the moment. Go on, you can do it. And then we get the destructions. So the destructions here, Andras and Fracas on the front, Scourge and Fracas on the front, or Rimshot, or Rimjet, or Rimming something on the front. And the destructions are a booklet form, not my favourite form, but it's a nice big booklet, which is good compared. If I compare it to the, say, Motormaster one, you know, it's night and day between the Motormaster destructions. So a booklet that's this big, I'm alright with that. It's when they kind of do them that are about this big. So nice big booklet. Interesting things about this: Autobot X on the back. But ooh, look at this! Look at this! Their version of Cup. Oh, their version of Cup is coming with the Target Master as well. But this one, ooh yeah. So now let's take a look at the main event himself. So this is Scourge, aka Andras, for the benefit of this video, I guess. But wow, what an incredible piece in his spaceship hovercraft Dubry Firkin, whatever this is. Comes on this very, very, very impressive stand that comes with it. And of course he comes with Fracas on the front as well. Fracas is removable, so we'll take a look at Fracas in a bit. Let's just remove Fracas from the peg here on the front. Everything pegs in very well, which is really good to see. The figure itself, when it's in this form, looks amazing on this stand. I love the way that they've kind of carved the stand out here, and it looks absolutely beautiful. As well, we get these little switches here, and here, so that we can get some lights on the go. So that's pretty impressive. This dude, when you buy it, takes a lot of batteries. So you're going to need to, if you're going to pick this guy up, you are going to need to get yourself some LR521s. Now, for me, these are not that freely available. In the UK, I have to order these on Amazon every time I get an X-Transbot figure. This dude takes nine of these. So just to make yourself aware, make sure that you've got, another reason why I had to hold up on the review of this, because I wanted to get it all lighting up and looking nice for everybody. So yeah, 9 of these bad boy batteries before we kick off. So really cool. Looks beautiful on the stand with all the lights going. Now, a couple of things before I take this off the stand. When I got this out the box, you can see that there is some gap here on this. It's not that visible now, but when I got this out of the box, this was extremely visible, the gap there. What I had to do is there's a couple of screws down here. I had to tighten these screws up, and then the head fitted in a lot snugger. It's not perfect. There is still a little bit of gap there, but it's better. It's a lot better than it was. Now, there's a reason why this head has to move and does what it does, and I'll show you that as we go through. But that was just one challenge that I had as it came out of the box that I had to kind of rectify myself. Other thing that is a little bit of a funny one, I guess, is that these bits do come off because this is where the batteries sit. I do think that these could have been, you know, these don't stay in very well. These come out very easily. I'm really hoping that I don't lose any of these, so just be very careful with these when you're moving them around. Now let's take a look at this bad boy, and it's got molded detailing where it needs the molded detailing, and where it doesn't, it is smooth as anything. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is a fantastic version of this alt mode. I like the fact that you've got the kind of lighter blue and then different shades of blue as you go through the top piece here as well, with all this beautiful molded detailing. One thing that I will say, there's a distinct lack of heft with the thing though. There's not much, if any, diecast in this. So if you've got their version of Motormaster or anything, you know that when you pick that up, it's got a bit of weight to it. It's got some heft. This is very, very light. I don't know if that's intentional, but this is an extremely light figure. I don't think there's any kind of diecast within this figure at all. So that's a little bit strange, but this overall just looks absolutely gorgeous. Removing it from its stand is very, very easy, and what I like is that when we remove the stand, I'll remove this now, there's a little back piece that comes through and automatically fills it, so that's on like a little spring there, so there isn't like a hole here, which is very, very nice. Underneath we have some little wheels as well on this bad boy, so that it doesn't have to be this space, this kind of spaceship hovercraft, whatever it is supposed to be. It can sit there and it can go on the floor with the rest of your figures, which is very, very cool. Really, really nice the way that it does that. But best of all, and of course all Scourge figures need to do this, is the head actually will rise up here, and as I thought I would do, I have lost the back here, so you can see that these actually do come off quite easily. So just have to reattach this again, and you can see that his head will pop out, which is pretty good. Now that I've taken that out as well, you can actually see the head lights up, the eyes light up. You can see a bit of the head sculpt, but we'll take a better look at that once we get it into bot mode. Time for some comparisons, and the first comparison would be with another big X-Transbots, and this is with Motormaster. So you can see how big they are next to each other, so you can see he is longer than Motormaster. Motormaster's pretty big, but he's definitely bigger. Have a look at what is currently my favorite figure in my collection, and this is the X-Transbots version of Dragstrip. And yeah, he looks pretty nice next to them, but he towers over Dragstrip, bringing it over to the kind of Hasbro line now. We stick him next to MP10G, so we can see he's much bigger than the MP10G. And then also if we bring him next to an Earthrise Optimus, yeah, he's not really going to scale in with your Earthrise. Transformation time on this dude, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go down the sides here, and then if we loosen off this side piece here and this side piece here, this will loosen up everything. This kind of locks everything in, so we just remove those, flip him over, and then kind of unpeg this side here like that, and then also unpeg on this side as well. So you've got a little peg here that allows everything. There we go. So we just untab like so, and then untab these. We'll just leave this kind of in for now, so we can untab there, and you can already see he's a little bit of a shell former, which is fine. Scourge is the only person who's allowed to be a shell former. And then next up we'll come up here and we will just untab these two arms here, and we can fold these wheels back down at this point as well. Once we have the arms out, we can then unfold these two sections here, and then unfold this section here as well. So we've got everything. We can start to see the mighty Scourge start to take a little bit of shape here. At this point, we're just going to maneuver things out, so you can see that his kind of cloak, I guess, will just kind of maneuver out to the back. While that's maneuvered out to the back, we can then bring these sections down here and here so that we can have them like that. Then flip that bad boy over. Now while you're doing all of this, again remember these bits are loose, so just try and make sure that everything stays together while you're doing this transformation, or you may even want to take these back pieces off while you're doing it just to make sure you don't lose anything. Then this section here is going to unclip, so there we go. So you just bend his legs and then these will just come out. Once out, you've got this double hinge here, so you just need to kind of push it round so that this comes out like this. Maneuver the cloak down, and then this bit needs to be able to flip around, so this takes a little bit of maneuvering around to be able to get everything into the position that it needs to be in to allow you to, oh, there we go, move that out. And then I think we have, yeah, we have everything kind of in a decent position there. This is around the way that it's supposed to be. So now we have everything positioned around here. We're going to start to work on his head at the top. So we can, there we go. There's the first one. The first one gone. We'll leave that to one side for now. The head is then going to come round. Move the arms down to give yourself a little bit of space to work. But you're going to have to turn everything around, so you can open up this here and try to move everything. Again, you have to keep kind of moving the cloak and everything around to allow all of these things to happen. And then there we go, there we go. Now we have this, and then basically build a collar out of this. At the back you can build his collar, but these two bits, they come round the back there, and then everything else forms his collar, his nice little vampiric collar. And then this top piece, just click it up, so move everything up and then you'll hear it click. It's only a small movement, but it adds a lot of difference to the figure itself. So you can move it from, you can see here, to there we go, and you'll hear that click, and then you know that it's in position. Next up, we'll come down the side here and we will open up his hands, so his hands come out very easily. Pink nails and all. And then on the other side as well. There we go, pink nails and all. Then then we come down the bottom. Okay, so the first thing we do is take out these like this and move the waist legs around. So now we have his feet. Okay, this is the trickiest part of this whole transformation right here. So you bend his feet back and you push these feet here. They need to go all the way through. Now I promise you they do fit. You just have to push it at the same time as you move this leg back, and then there we go. Now the first time that you come to do this, I promise you, you will think there is no way that they fit through there, because I had exactly the same thoughts in my mind. And when you go to transform it back, you do think a little bit, how on earth did that ever get in there? But I promise you they do fit. So then you just take this section here from the heel, needs to, yeah, so the heel's out then as well, and then the same on the other side. So as you pull back, make sure that this is lined up correctly. As you pull back, push down on the foot. There we go, and you'll see that it'll just fold its way out. Push down and click this in, and then you can just bring the foot out here, and then you'll have this section here that you can just fold out, and then that tabs in to the back of the leg here. But oh, don't forget to put these down as I just did, otherwise he won't be able to bend his knees. Concentrating so much on getting this foot out, I forgot to do that section. Now this is apparently the foot section on this is an improvement from the other version that came out not so long ago, the one with the non-cartoon accurate paint. So I dread to think what that was like, because the first time I did it, it was a little bit of a nightmare. And then here in all his glory is the fully transformed Scourge, aka Andras, in this absolutely beautiful figure. Once you get the feet worked out, the transformation is really nice. I love this metallic sheen that he has across his whole body. I think this looks absolutely amazing. The other version was nice, I guess, but it was very light blue. It was a lot more of this kind of blue. This darker blue is absolutely gorgeous. They have done a fantastic job. Just from a distance, this is spot on, absolutely cartoon perfect. Looking at the head sculpt here, absolutely beautiful. Really fantastic head sculpt. Everybody loves a robot beard. No reason why. Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful little robot beard there. Him and Retgar have the best robot beards in the world, and this robot beard is truly a thing of beauty. Head sculpt, very nice. Show accurate. You don't get any extra faces or anything with him, so you are stuck with this one of him looking slightly surprised. But no, really cool. I think actually all the rest of the sweeps have the same face sculpt as well. The collar here formed out of the back piece is very nice as well. As we go down, smooth shiny body. Then his typical abs. His arms are really good. Molded detailing where it needed, with the red accents just at the top. Fingernails pink, as in the original drawings of this dude. Love the fact that he has his pink nails on this. Love it. Some people don't like it. I think it's fantastic. Looking at it as we go down, we get the blues and the silvers. The different toning on the blue is really nice. And this blue that's on this is almost like a shiny, shimmery. It's almost like pearlescent when you look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Red accents then again on the foot. As we go down the back, obviously there is a big backpack to act this is kind of cape type thing here, but all in all, really good. Does it impede his balance? Yes, it does a little bit impede his balance here. You have to really angle you have to give him a little bit of high heels really to make sure that he can stand, because the backpack is quite big and unwieldy. Articulation on this dude then has a lot. There is a lot of points of articulation. One of the major flaws, I guess, with this design is the head articulation. You get a little bit of left, you get a little bit of right, and you get some up and down, but that's really it. You're not going to get much out of your head articulation on this. And the plastic on this dude feels really nice as well. Like I said, there's metal feet. That's the only die cast that I can kind of feel within the whole body. Adds a little bit of heft to the bottom of the figure, which is great, but I would have liked to see a little bit more on this. The cloak articulates as well, to however you want, a little bit there. You get some more articulation here, so you can move that around. The arm obviously could do a full 360, but the cloak gets in the way of how much arm articulation you can have. You get a twist on the arm, you get an overextension on the arm as well, and then also you get some hand articulation here. Very nice. He has multiple points of articulation with his lovely pink fingernails, so you can get the hand to pretty much do whatever it is that you want him to do here. Very cool. The waist has articulation, but it's very limited, very limited what you can do waist wise. His legs, again, he can articulate his legs. He has really nice, if you move the cloak out, you can get some nice, he has a nice knee bend here as well. You can hear those lovely ratchets. Knee bend's good. You can get a strong knee bend, and then he also has some side toe articulation and all the toe articulation that you want out of him there. So you can get some pretty strong, cool, nice poses out of this guy. But obviously the cloak is a challenge for him when it comes to some of these things. Before we move on to his main accessory, we have some funny little things that this guy has going on. Number one, obviously, he has his light up head, which is cool, and his eyes light up as well, which is very cool. When you open up his chest area here, you can see that you have some little circuitry. There we go, like that. And then you've got a little space here for the Matrix. So if you remember from the episode where he managed to get hold of the Matrix, if you get your MP10 Matrix, so this is from the MP10G, and you just stick that in there, you can then close it and he can have a Matrix in his chest, which is very cool. So super Matrix powered Scourge there, and as a hidden surprise, pop out the abs. And anybody who's a big Transformers fan like myself will know exactly what's coming out. The key to the plasma energy chamber is stored in his abs, just like it is in the cartoon. Really cool, nice little additions there for huge Transformers fans like myself. Accessories time, and of course, Fracas is the main accessory that this dude comes with. It's a little tricky, if I'm honest, to get Fracas attached. He has a little gun port down the side here, not gun port, hand port down the side here. So he just tabs in, but you've got to kind of put the thumb to the side, detach this arm, and then find a way to just get everything aligned with the tab that's there. Can be a little tricky because you've got to just get the hands to go through that section there, and then just tab. As much as I like X-Transbots, there we go, I do always find that the tabs for the guns are a little bit tricky to get in, and then you can reattach the arm, and there we have him with Fracas. No problems with him needing to hold Fracas. The arms are really good on the ratchets. There's absolutely no problem there with Fracas at all. Pose him however you want. As for Fracas himself in gun mode, it's a passable gun mode. It's okay. It's not the best. I'd like to have seen this maybe go in a little bit more, but that looks a little bit weird. So you're kind of stuck with the head sticking out. This is a little bit weak, if I'm honest, the gun mode, but it's passable. It does the job that it's supposed to. It's black, it's silver. Transformation is very simple. Just untap the hands, slide the barrel down, then fold the gun barrel back down as gun, and then the feet kind of unfurl from where they were, and then you can bring everything down and finally fold his feet out. Everything's on a kind of ball joint as well, and then the body will fold back onto Fracas, and you can see Fracas then in his full robot mode. Woohoo! This is a minifigure. So taking a look at Fracas now, this is a fantastic looking minifigure. Awesome size as well for this figure. It really does scale very, very, very well with the figure itself. The head sculpt has the red face with the yellow eyes. Very, very nice the way that they've done that. Molded detailing on the chest with shades of silver and black plastic. Everything else is molded plastic. The only kind of paint on this version here is on the face. Gun barrel just transforms very nicely. I definitely think that the bot mode here is the strongest. A little bit hollow for an X-Transbots figure. A little bit hollow on the back. Would have been nice to maybe get some folding edges there. But very, very nice. Articulation, you get a left and a right. You don't get an up and down. You get a full 360. You get the up and down. You also get a little bit of a ratchet here where you can fold that out as well. And then you don't get a rotation, but you do get an overextension here on the elbow. Then at the hips you get a really nice hip swing here, and you also get some knee and toe articulation. So really articulated. You compose the dude pretty well. I guess he could hold some kind of weapons or something because he has holes in his hands, but I don't know what you'd actually be able to give this guy. If we bring out now some other minifigures so that you can see how big they are. So next to like a Hasbro Target Master, you can see he's much bigger and much better articulated than a Hasbro Target Master. And then if we bring out what is definitely one of my favorite minifigures, and this is the fans hobby version of Power Master Optimus Prime, you can see that he's a lot bigger than that guy as well. Between the two of them, I'm not exactly sure which my favorite is. I think that this one, they each have their merits. Obviously, size wise and articulation wise, this version of Fracas is a lot better than this version of Jinrai. But yeah, they kind of have their place. Still really like this guy though. Don't know why, just something about it. Really like him. And that's about all I can show you from the accessories, because mine didn't come with his laser gun that he's supposed to have, but hey ho, never mind. At least he came with Fracas. The gun looks like that, and if you look in the instructions, the gun looks like that. Laser rifle. But that's all I can tell you because mine didn't come with one. Now finally time for the comparison, and let's bring him out with some of the X-Transbots figures. So first we can see him with the X-Transbots version of Dragstrip, and we can see how much taller he is than that version of Dragstrip once he's transformed as well, which was understandable. Bring him out with Motormaster. Now he looked like he was much bigger, but that shell is deceiving because Motormaster is a little bit taller than Andras, so they scale quite well together, because I would imagine this dude is bigger. Looking now to a G1 or the MP10 G Prime, and we can see now that they're about the same height. They look really nice together. They look the same height. Very cool. And of course, just for the quick comparison, we can bring out a little Earthrise Prime. So he's much taller than your Earthrise Primes, which is understandable. So now time for my final recommendation on this figure. Would I recommend that you pick this figure up? Hell yes, this figure is absolutely fantastic. A little disappointed mine didn't come with his laser gun, but he comes with Fracas, which is what I'll be displaying him with anyway. I think this is a beautiful figure. I can't speak to the differences between this and the other version of Andras, but apparently they have improved the feet, and for me, once you get to the hang of transforming the feet, he is fantastic. Now I did say that this dude right here was the favorite figure in my collection. I have to say that this dude here, this has replaced him. This is definitely now my favorite figure in my collection. I love the whole package. I love this little dude. that he comes with once he's in this form. I love the fact that you can put a matrix in there. I love the little hidden away key to the plasma energy chamber, all the little touches, the light up, the alt mode, the stand, everything. This is an absolutely beautiful package. Well done to the guys from X-Transbots. Am I going to pick up the other sweeps? Probably not. Probably not. I'm not really an army builder for anything, really. If I can get them a lot cheaper, then maybe if I saw them on a sale somewhere, I might pick them up. But other than that, 100% this is worth picking up. So guys, hope you liked this review. Let me know in the comments, have you got this? What are the differences between this and the original version of Andras that they released, other than the comic colours? And hope you like what I do, and if you are new around here, please think about giving me a like, a share and a subscribe, because it really does help me out. And I'll see you in my next video. Alright guys, in a bit. Peace!